Good morning, everyone. Till now, we have completed the computer system. Today, we'll start the mobile system. So, as we know that mobile are the mini computers, so mobile system is also similar to computer system only. Like computer system, they also consist of different components combined together to work as a fully functional system. But the computer system are huge and the mobile are very compact. So, how it is possible to compile and integrate all the components in a very small area? That is done using a chip which is known as SoC or system on chip. It is actually the IC of your mobile or the integrated circuit. So we can say that it is the IC of mobile where all the major components of the mobile system are integrated on a single chip. This chip is very small, like a coin, right? So different components like CPU, GPU, ISP, DSP all are connected together. And in simple language, we can call them the processor, display system, graphic card, camera, all these components are connected together to make it a fully functional system. Right? Now, these SOCs are helpful in different smartphones, tablets, wearable devices such as smartwatches. So we can say that SOCs are reducing its size day by day. Some common examples which are used in smartphones are Qualcomm, Samsung Semiconductor, Huawei Silicon, and MediaTek. These are the biggest name in the market. So maybe one of these are inbuilt in your system also. So this is how SOC looks. See, all the components are combinedly forming a SOC. Now see, let's understand this using a block diagram. This is the mobile system organization. So like computer system, mobile system is also having a CPU. This is the brain of your mobile. This CPU is having two subprocessor. One is the communication processing unit and other is the application processing unit. So communication processing unit is actually used for calling, getting calls, receiving calls and transferring calls, right? And this CPU, this communication processing unit is connected to radio signal management and codec. So see, for transferring calls, for transferring voice and getting voice, we need radio signals. That's why this is connected to a RF transceiver. RF transceiver is actually the radio frequency transceiver. And transceiver is a word which is formed by transistor and receiver. So we can say RF transceiver is actually a device that contains both transistor and receiver, which is connected to a SIM. So we can say that this radio signal management is actually responsible for connecting the SIM to the base station through radio signals. Fine. So this radio signal management is connecting your device, your SIM to through the radio signals. Now we have one other component which is codec. Codec is actually coder decoder. What is its task? Its task is to convert the analog signal into digital signal and digital signal into analog signal. So codec has two subcomponents. One of them is ADC and other is DAC. ADC is analog to digital converter and DAC is digital to analog converter. So codec is actually converting the analog to digital and vice versa. Like we have mic. Why mic are used? These are used to record voice. So what is actually happening? The analog signals are actually converted into digital signal. So this will be done using the ADC. So ADC will convert the analog signal to digital signals. Analog signals and digital signals. Digital signals are actually stored in computers. They can't travel in the wireless and wired medium, but analog signals are used to transfer data in the wired and wireless medium. So in mic, what is happening? The analog signal, when you are recording, the voice is coming through the microphone. So what is happening? The analog signals, which are traveling through the wired or wireless medium, are going through the microphone and are getting stored in your phone. So analog signals are converted into digital, done by ADC. Similarly, for speakers, we have DAC, where the digital signals are converted into analog. So this communication processing unit is connected to radio signal management and codec. Now we have other unit which is APU. Second part of CPU is APU. APU is application processing unit. It is responsible for controlling and governing all types of application which are in your mobile system. And similarly, we have GPU also. This is graphic processing unit. This helps us to view HD videos and play different games. So actually, this comprises of the graphic card in your mobile. Now this APU is connected to the display subsystem. Now most of the computer system, mobile systems are having touch screens. They have keypad, they have display. So all these components are working as a single unit in the display subsystem. Also, we have different camera, and it consists of image signal processor, which actually ensures the thing like instant image capturing or high resolution, etc. These features are managed by the image signal processor. Fine. Now these images will be stored somewhere. So this APU is connected to the memory also. So like computer system, we in mobile system also we have memory, two types of memory, RAM and ROM. RAM is actually the working memory of your mobile. That means all the installed app when run are loaded in RAM and then executed. So higher the more is the RAM, the better is the performance and the faster the phone will work. Right? Similarly, we have ROM, that is a read-only memory. This is actually called the internal storage of your phone. It is basically the flash memory, or we can say the technically EEPROM. So actually, this ROM consists of the operating system of your mobile, and the pre-installed apps are stored in the ROM only. So we don't get the fully internal memory as advertised on the mobile box. Whatever the internal memory is suggested, we get a less amount of that memory because operating system and the pre-installed apps are already there, and these pre-installed apps you can't delete them. The user can't delete them. You can enable or disable them, but you can't delete them. They're already in your ROM. Now this is the internal memory of your phone, similar, but we can have external storage also. So there are memory cards which you can add to your mobile system for extra storage. Now your mobile system organization also have power management, which is actually having a limited power. Why? Because it is attached to a battery unit. So this is the mobile system organization. So we'll revise it fast. It has two it has CPU which has two subprocessors. One is communication processing unit and one is APU. CPU is responsible for calling and APU is responsible for managing all the application in your mobile. Next is the display system, which includes the touch screen, keyboard, keypad, and display screen. Next is the camera subsystem, which helps you to record videos and capture images. We have mobile system memory, which include RAM and ROM. RAM is the work memory of the system, and ROM is the actually internal memory, internal storage of your system. Now the power management, we have a limited power because we have a battery unit attached to it. Now that's it for today. Thank you.